those in control are so cocky to think that they've got us so much under their control that they can actually start giving us the truth of what's really going on through people like Alec Jones, stuff like that. And they're so cocky to think they're now allowing us to see a lot more information. They are actually allowing people to fully, what people call, wake up. Saw this amazing video called Wake Up last night, today. I finished it. And here's my theory on it. Look at the news. Gun laws are loosening up across the states. Why? Well, think about it. You've got people now becoming aware that the conspiracy actually is true, that we've been manipulated, that we should be pissed off, and now here's always my favorite part. They always make sure they say, peaceful. They don't mean it. What they want us to do is they want us to fight back. They want us to take arms, which they're making much easier to do. I can't remember which state it was that passed a law to where it's legal to take guns into bars when people are inebriated, drunk. They want us to. And let me tell you something. Why? Because they want a civil war to start. Now, how are they going to squelch that civil war? Well, let's see. How many thousands of troops do we have in Afghanistan right now? I mean, what better way to prepare an army to fight against its own people than to send it off to a place like Afghanistan with so much stimuli, so much going on, so much desensitization to killing. And then Obama wants them out by July of 2011. So I guess that's kind of the timetable we're looking at. They are going to be getting conditioned and trained, turned into the ultimate fighting machines for the next period of time, from now, however long that is, from now until July 2011. And not to mention the ones that have already been there, because you've had the ones that have been in Iraq and everything else. Is it possible that Gulf War syndrome is the people that just could not allow themselves to be conditioned as much as they were, and so now, of course, they're being deemed having mental illness or whatever. I mean, you gotta figure that different people are at different levels as far as what they can take in without consequence or whatever, as far as the type of conditioning and mind control that they're putting upon us. I'm beyond the point of thinking that what I'm talking about might sound crazy or what people might think about me. Here's the main message. Here's the main point of my message is I don't know the solution yet, but I can tell you one thing. It's not taking up arms. There is no way. That's what they want. That's why the international airport in Denver has the huge compound that it has underneath. That's why if you look up the architect involved in the Denver airport, look up the name. What is it? Something Tress. Pinterest. Can't remember the name of it right now. Look it up. If it's Pinterest, that's pretty interesting because Pent is 5, like the pentagram. But look it up and look at some of his structures. There's one, I can't remember if it's under education or government buildings, and it has, and you'll see different themes, but you'll see these concentric circles, which is very, very much like the Masonic 8 circles or that they have as far as the different levels of getting to that to the inside circle. You'll see lots of connections. It's just out there, and I cannot tell you more. I can't stress more about this idea of what I was calling a public conscious or unconscious or a collective unconscious. I saw it phrased. This was an idea that I had that, again, I did not like to term things as, let me see the time. I did not like to term things as my original ideas because I really felt like I was getting them from a much more vast body of knowledge. But here's what I'm saying. We have been, well, the point is I was watching a video and there's a guy saying the thing, he called it infinite consciousness or unconsciousness. I can't remember which way he termed it. But either way, the point is that it's real, and we've been manipulated to get away from that. And the funny thing is, back to what I was saying about those in power, those pulling the strings, those controlling, the families involved in the Federal Reserve, our central bank, the international bankers, those involved, those few in power are actually conceited enough to where they think that we're so stupid now that they can actually give us access to some of the truth, and then we'll basically either not believe it or we'll completely and totally misuse it. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. I think people are going to try to take up arms, and I'm saying don't. Now, am I saying be passive? No, there's got to be another way to resist this, or another way to take control. And I think what it is you got to look within their message of the information that they are giving us. We need to pull out the useful bits that we can actually use. I mean, think about it. If a few people if only a very small minority are in control of this, presumably using the power that we once had access to, imagine if we have lots of people using that. I mean, these people are able to take over the world without directly letting people know what they're doing. Why can't we do the same thing with them? We can stop them. That's it for now.